Penguin Random House Audio presents The Art of Non-Conformity. Set your own rules, live the life you want, and change the world. This is the author, Chris Guillebeau. But first, the prologue. When you were a kid and wanted to do something your parents or teachers didn't like, you may have heard the question, if everyone else jumped off a bridge, would you? The idea is that it's not good to do something stupid, even if everyone else is doing it. The logic is think for yourself instead of following the crowd. It's not bad advice, even if it's sometimes used to exert control more than to support independent thinking. But one day, you grow up and suddenly the tables are turned. People start expecting you to behave very much like they do. If you disagree or don't conform to their expectations, some of them get confused or irritated. It's almost as if they are asking, hey, everyone else is jumping off the bridge, why aren't you? I wrote this book to help bring the childhood message up to adulthood application. Screw those people jumping off the bridge. Make your own decisions. Live your own life. Asking why to everything like a 3-year-old is helpful in making sure you don't jump off the bridge without at least considering the alternatives. Whenever you find yourself confronted by a request, obligation, or expectation you don't like, it helps to look carefully for the motivations and rationale behind what you hear. When you ask why and the answer comes back, because that's what you're supposed to do, you know you're looking out over the bridge again. In the average day, you'll confront this reality many times, in work, relationships, and the countless decisions and choices you are required to make. The presence of the bridge and the expectations of other people are somewhat unavoidable. Whether you jump or not, however, is entirely up to you. Even if the people giving it to you weren't that great at following it themselves, the counsel you may have heard at a young age was correct. Why jump off the bridge just because everyone else is doing it? You can step back from the ledge, turn around, and walk away into new adventures that had previously been only fleeting ideas. You can also help other people walk away from the bridge, or you can rewrite the rules that brought you to the bridge in the first place. The possibilities are unlimited, but it all begins with the deliberate choice to think differently. Part 1. The Remarkable Life. It's your own life, so why not set your own rules? You can do good things for yourself while helping other people at the same time. This section will get you started. Chapter 1. Sleepwalkers and the Living World. The purpose of this book is to transform your thinking about life and work. You'll benefit from the transformation if you're in a season of life where you're getting ready to make some changes. Alternatively, if you don't see any big decisions on the horizon, but you'd like to create an opportunity for change, this will help too. Lastly, if you're feeling stuck in something and have always believed there must be more to life, this book is for you. As you set out on your journey, you'll meet a variety of people. Along the way, some of them will help you, while others will stop at nothing to prevent you from succeeding. We'll look at how to connect with the people you need and how you can help them while they're helping you. We'll also meet some of the people who set out to harm you: gatekeepers, critics, and vampires, among others. I'll show you their agenda and their tactics and how you can beat them. You'll learn about world domination, creative self-employment, career independence, radical goal setting, contrarian travel, and a number of other unconventional ideas. Some of these topics require a lengthier study for full mastery, but this book is meant to be compact and complete. By reading and applying the lessons within, you'll be fully equipped to accomplish anything you set out to do. Hopefully, you'll also be challenged to do more than you ever thought possible before. Success, Motivation, and the $32,000 Lesson. In the battle between hope and fear, hope usually wins out in the end. Accordingly, this book is for people who want to change the world. I'm writing for believers, not cynics, and if you make some big changes as a result of the stories and ideas you read here, we will both have succeeded. In the event we succeed, you'll have the ability and the obligation to live life on your own terms and help other people while you're at it. The goal is simple: nothing will ever be the same. If anything else results from our time together, I will have failed. In that case, you'll deserve an apology for my wasting your time. No one likes to apologize, and I want you to have a great experience, so I have the strong incentive to earn your trust. After working in West Africa for 4 years as a volunteer aid worker, I returned to the United States to attend graduate school in the fall of 2006. The official story is that I completed a 2-year master's degree in international studies at the University of Washington. The real story is that I spent $32,000 to learn about motivations. Later on, we'll look at the overall experience of higher education in comparison to the formation of the writing career I began shortly thereafter. For now, the important point is that about halfway through checking off a list of required courses for grad school, I realized that roughly 80% of the assignments I worked on had little or no value. The projects were simply busy work, designed to keep students working on something so that the system could sustain itself. I also noticed that this kind of work was not conducted solely by students. Faculty and administrators were also engaged in a significant amount of pandering. One professor who was wise to these strategies used the technical term bullshit to describe this kind of work. Bullshit is work that is done merely to complete requirements, make you look good, or otherwise fill up the hours of the day. Just as faking it can be an effective way to get through higher education, mediocrity is the standard by which much work is judged once you get out of school. Assuming you've had some kind of job, you probably already know how this works. If you've ever completed a task for the sole purpose of making yourself look better without any improvement being produced for others, then you've been a participant in the game of mediocrity. Similarly, if you've ever been to pointless meetings that drag on far too long, this description should come as no surprise. I'd like to keep the bullshit and the mediocrity to a minimum. It's a short book, and there's a lot to cover. In the 20% of the time that composed the rest of my grad school experience, I learned an important lesson. Always look carefully for someone's motivations and agenda. Whenever you read a book, for example, ask yourself, why did this person spend months or years crafting this material? And what is their agenda? Sometimes the agenda is stated. Other times it's hidden. But there is always an agenda. If you haven't learned this lesson before, congratulations, you are now $32,000 richer from having skipped graduate school. No need to thank me, but feel free to apply this lesson and start thinking about motivations and agenda wherever you go. You don't need to look for a hidden agenda here. I'm happy to save you some time and tell you upfront why I wrote this book. My motivation is to help people challenge authority and live unconventional, remarkable lives. The mission is to support a full-scale revolution with a simple underlying message. You don't have to live your life the way other people expect. If you stop listening now and begin living every day according to that statement, your life will never be the same. Since learning to think carefully about motivations is worth at least $32,000, I have no idea what learning to live life free from the demands of others is worth. You'll have to decide that for yourself. On the other hand, I hope you keep listening, since we do have a few other things to cover along the way. Important, I do not want to waste your time. Before we go any further, I want to make sure I don't waste your time. To ensure this book will be useful to you, I'm going to make a number of assumptions right here at the beginning. The assumptions are based on the following 4 principles. Number 1, you must be open to new ideas. Number 2, you must be dissatisfied with the status quo. Number 3, you must be willing to take personal responsibility. And number 4, you must be willing to work hard. Most people who have fundamentally changed the world have done so through the use of all these principles. So let's look at each of them in more detail before going on. So first, you must be open to new ideas. I don't care if you're liberal or conservative, religious or agnostic, rich or poor, or any other category we are often grouped into by people who like to argue. In fact, I believe that many of these either-or descriptions are false dichotomies designed to set people against one another for no good reason. At best, they are irrelevant to our discussion, and for the most part, we're going to ignore them. However, you must be open to new ideas. This does not mean you accept new ideas blindly, but rather that you carefully consider something before dismissing it. Along with the new ideas, you'll need to question some of the old ideas you probably still have. Whether it's this book or any other resource, almost nothing you encounter will ever be 100% relevant to your situation. The goal is to focus on what is relevant and apply those key ideas to your life. Second, you must be dissatisfied with the status quo. You must have a desire to go above and beyond what you see around you. If you're happy with the way things are, I wish you the best, but this book will not help you. Over the next 200 pages, I'm going to lead a full frontal assault on the status quo. The status quo has its defenders and its passive majority who accept things the way they are. The audience for this book consists of people who are dissatisfied and ready for change. To get an idea on what the status quo represents, listen to this list of 11 ways to be unremarkably average. This list and its variations represent a safe, comfortable life. The list is not complete, and you could probably add a few items to it based on your own experiences or those of other people you know. Here's the list, 11 ways to be unremarkably average. Number 1, accept what people tell you at face value. Number 2, don't question authority. Number 3, go to college or university because you're supposed to, not because you want to learn something. Number 4, go overseas once or twice in your life, to somewhere safe, like England. Number 5, don't try to learn another language. Everyone else will eventually learn English. Number 6, think about starting your own business, but never do it. Number 7, think about writing a book, but never do it. Number 8, get the largest mortgage you qualify for and spend 30 years paying for it.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?